Hello there, it is Paige Fletcher, author, best-selling author and business coach. Welcome to the Business of Branding, how to create a brand people will support. I must say, I have an amazing life, and it wasn't always that way, but you can say I built my brand Ford Tough. Since the release of my first book 10 years ago, I haven't had to clock into a 9 to 5. And it's amazing, y'all. Now I have the chance to really live life on my terms. I get to wake up every day and choose what I want to do. And it's the most liberating feeling in the world. I've been to over 30 countries and I'm just scratching off monuments off my bucket list one step at a time, one monument at a time. So that was Niagara Falls, and this is me in Rome at the Colosseum. It's nothing like walking through history. I remember reading about these places in high school, and even college, but it's an amazing feeling to actually walk through these like pieces of history that I read about as a youngster. This is me in Milan and me in Venice, me at the Leaning Tower of Pisa, at the Taj Mahal. This should definitely be on your bucket list. It was so beautiful and so detailed. Me in the middle of the desert in Dubai. Dubai is amazing. That's the only place you will find a desert and snow at the same time. And me riding an elephant in Thailand. Me in Athens at the Acropolis. And in Santorini. This view has got to be the most amazing view in the world, or pretty close to it. So my goal for you all is for you to build a brand that will finance your lifestyle. And in order for that to happen, people have to want to continue to support you. So over the course of this course, I will teach you the formula of especially how I've lasted like a decade. So I've been featured on True TV, Millionaire Matchmaker, Bravo, in Black Enterprise Magazine, on The Breakfast Club. I've been featured on the Oprah Winfrey Network and on Dr. Phil. So here I am on the Frank Ski Morning Show. And here I am with Frank and Angela Yee and DJ Envy from Power 105, which is the Breakfast Club. That was an interesting interview. Here is Paris Hilton and Big Tigger with my first book. And just a few shots from the 3 times I was a guest on Dr. Phil. Can you imagine my very first book in my early 20s landed me on Dr. Phil, and that changed the course of my life. That is where my brand really began. And brands don't happen by accident. Strong brands don't happen by accident. There is a formula that everyone follows to have a successful brand, whether they knew they were doing it on purpose or not. Here's Robert Kiyosaki with my book. Some of you may have heard of my mentor, Robert Kiyosaki. He is a best-selling author, and he wrote the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And here's Hugh Hefner with my book at the Playboy Mansion. And here's Cynthia Bailey from the Housewives of Atlanta. Here I am at my very first book signing at Barnes & Nobles. And this was a huge day for me because not only did my book become a bestseller, like Barnes & Noble decided to pick it up in their stores all around the US. And that was super big for me. Why? Because I'm a self-published author. I started my own publishing company. So that was definitely an exciting day. All right. So that was the name of my first book, How to Get What You Want Without Giving It Up. And it's called A Gold Digger's Guide. And I scratched off the GOLD and turned that into GOAL. And of course, I had to put No Men Allowed, which made men want to pick it up. But you have to be clever with your branding. Everything should be intentional. And it's not by accident that I have hundreds of reviews on Amazon and I have a 4.5-star rating. Women love this book, and that's a part of my brand. And I'll discuss some more of that formula with you, but here's one of the reviews. Empress Delphina says, love, love, love Baige's words of wisdom. My many years of dating always led me to heartache and time wasted. Every time I tried at a relationship or even just a casual date, I always fell for the same game men have mastered at birth to use on women for their own benefit. Now with Baige's book, her advice has made me a real player in this game, and her words have empowered me to never settle for less than I deserve. And that is respect. Thank you, Baige, for helping me see the light. It's on, boys, let's play. And Andre says, if the title isn't enough to captivate you, the content will be. Baige offers wonderful advice for women of all types and ages. I've read Baige's book cover to cover twice and was surprised to find that I was not too bored to absorb the information. This book is much more than what's on the cover. It teaches an average woman how to be smart, to save, and plan for the future and a better life. It's a story of perseverance and strength and inspiration to any woman out there who needs a little inspiration and encouragement. I'm so glad I bought this book. Yvonne says, I'm giving it 5 stars because it's working for me. It changed my sort of mentality completely. This is coming from a girl who grew up without a father, and that I did not know how I should be treated, or even less, how to ask for what I really wanted. Baige, you are a boss. Oh, and if I only read this book 8 years ago. But it's never too late. A version should be in Spanish to be available to open the eyes of so many Hispanic friends that I know who are struggling. So it's not by chance that my book has really stood the test of time. It's now been 5 years since it hits the market, and it's still doing great. It's one of my 7 streams of income, and it's still changing lives today. And that's a part of the formula. You have to add value if you want your brand to stand the test of time. So welcome to the business of branding, and I will show you how to create a brand that people will love and support. So who this course is for. Whether you're an established business owner who needs marketing and branding ideas to grab the attention of new customers, or you have a dream to start a business or sell a product one day, this course is for you. The goal of this branding course is for you to uncover your company's beliefs, purpose, value, personality, vision, and end goal, so you can relay that clearly in the marketplace in order to reach more customers and get your current customers to continue to support you. So I am super excited for you all. So see you in the next chapter.